Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with another rubber stamp tapestry design team project. For this one, I'm going to use their peg stamp set, Secret Garden. This one here has, that was my computer saying good morning. This one here has a lot of images. So you've got this little tiny bird, you've got a rose, and it's a different shape rose. You've got a little vine, you've got the rose leaves. So you have a lot of choices within that set. I'm also going to use their sentiment stamp set called Because of You. They've got some great sentiments, and they can be used with Mother's Day coming up, which is the type of card I'm going to make right now, or Father's Day that's going to be coming up, or a just because type card. So we're going to start with the sentiment, and I'm actually going to put the sentiment that I chose on the inside. And the sentiment that I did choose is everything I know about being awesome, I learned from you. So you can see the statements of these sentiments, again, are very versatile. So after I have that stamped, and I figured, okay, I'm going to put that in the center. Yes, I actually centered something. Then we're going to move on to the outer portion. So I'm going to have a card base, and I'm going to cut it. It's going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And these are the colors that I chose. So I've got espresso truffle, bamboo leaves, new sprout, dandelion, cantaloupe, angel pink, rosebud, Lulu lavender, and grape jelly. So with these colors, I'm just going to stamp this entire panel. So in a way, you're going to create your own pattern paper, which these are great to create your own pattern paper. But I just want to fill this entire page up. So the reason why I'm using 2 different shades is I'm going into the light color, and then I'm going around the outside with the darker color just to get some darker shades going on these pieces. Remember, with these peg stamps, you want to remember that you need to stamp straight down in case you have that halo. You can trim the rubber around the image, which would help avoid the halo stamping. I'm okay with it because I know I can cover it up. That's the beauty of these stamps as well. So when it comes to the leaves, I'm just going to use both of the colors. I don't want to blend those in any way. I want the shadow of each of those coming in. You can see I've checked a stamp, and what that's telling, or not a stamp, a die. Need to speak correctly here. And I'm looking at what areas, because of that die that I'm using, what areas still need some stamping, because I want this to come from out underneath the die that I've chosen that's going to sit on the front of this card. So you could leave this just the way that it is. Remember also with the peg stamps, they do have that registry. They have that line that shows you wherever you have that registry, that's where the base of the image is going to stamp. So just always know that location if the image you're stamping needs that. Sometimes the images don't. If it's a circle, you don't have to worry about that. So just something to know about when you're stamping. So what I'm going to do, I thought I was going to make my life easier. I'm trying out this, I shouldn't say I'm trying out. I'm going to use a piece of the double-sided adhesive from scrapbook.com. These are the 6x6 sheets. And I'm just going to put this down on a piece of cardstock that I've cut down. I'm going to put the release paper back on top, and then I'm going to cut the excess away. The die that I've chosen is from Simon Says Stamp, and it's called Outline Floral Mom. It did come out in their recent release. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to die cut that. So I'm going to pull off this image. Now, of course, I was trying to keep the pieces down. I gave up on that. So I'm just going to pull this off, making sure that I don't rip it. Once I pull that off, I do use my craft pick to remove the pieces. Now, you can see I already have it adhered to my card base, my design base. I liked it, but I thought the white was it was getting lost. I didn't see it the way that I wanted to. So I decided to cut another image out of Nina Desert Storm. And I'm going to adhere that right on top of the white, because the white already had the double-sided adhesive. I'm just going to put this, it's a light tan. That's what I do like about the Desert Storm color. I know people use it as their craft, but I like this shade. To me, it's not a craft. I don't consider it a craft. I consider it like a very light brown. And I just like the softness of it. So I thought it would be complement the vines that I have in the stamped background. So I'm going to carefully place this down, hoping I get this right on, because I didn't want to, since I'm putting it onto the card design. And actually I did. I was pretty impressed. So once we have that in place, I'm going to then grab the center of the O, and I'm going to put the tan one on top of that one. And then now I can see that a little bit better. It's not, out there. It's not very vibrant, but I did want it soft. I want the stamping to be the center. I really want that to be the focal. And by using a soft color, I'm able to do that. But I didn't want it so much with the white. The white, it was just getting lost. I couldn't even see it. So now I'm going to pull in, I have Gems by Pretty Pink Posh, and they're ivory. And I'm going to place them around. But before I do that, I'm going to use my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen or glitter pen, and I'm going to go all over this brown, just to give it just a hint of sparkle. To make sure that I didn't miss any areas, I'll just tilt it to the side and make sure that they are covered. Once that's done, that is when I will come in with the gems. And you can see there's some flowers in this cutout. There's some circles. So I'm just going to make sure that the flowers have a center. And then some of those larger circles that are coming off, they're like berries, I'm going to put a gem inside of that as well. Just needed to add just some sparkle and some shine. The card base that I used, the standard A2 size card base, it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and in this case it is a side folding landscape card at that point. So you can see this is our card that we have made for today using the peg stamps from Rubber Stamp Tapestry. And remember, this set was called Secret Garden. Here are the close-ups of the project that we did, as always. So all of the items that we did use, the products, the peg stamps, the sentiment stamps, they will all be listed down below. If you want to check it out, I will also have the link to the Rubber Stamp Tapestry website and also their blog. They do have other designers that can provide some inspiration for you. If you have any other questions or comments, leave those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today and watching the video. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so that you know when the next video is coming out. Also, I hope everyone's having a great day. Remember, take care, but remember what's most important. Always be creative.